and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, J Pops. And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, J Pops. Guys, first off, I just want to say today's date is officially September 29th, 2020, which means it is a Tuesday in Houston, Texas, people. Once again, beautiful day out here. Beautiful, beautiful day. Our weather now is getting down, and this should be Texas all across the board. Our weather now is getting below 80. I'm sorry, not getting below 80, getting below 85. Which, if you're from Texas, that shit feels damn good. You know, hey, we have now hit our fall weather. Believe it or not, we've now hit fall weather. Yeah, it's hot as hell out here, but we've now hit it. We've now hit fall weather. I'm glad. Fall weather is really, to us Texas born and raised people, football weather people. It's football weather for us. Now we can play some damn real football. It ain't too hot, ain't too cold. It's just right. Just right. All right. Guys, I wish I kept a count on these episodes. I have no clue of what count number I'm on the episodes. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack on that. How in the hell you don't keep count of your own damn podcast? Guys, first of all, when I was doing this, I did not expect to have that many subscribers. And as of today, I have now 61 subscribers. And that's just me speaking right now during this video. I thank you guys for that, man, because when I first started this damn thing, I didn't have 0 subscribers, of course. Didn't hardly have no views like that. But as I kept on going and kept on progressing, you guys kept on believing in what I was saying. Some of you guys still don't until you see it. I understand, we're all human. I know you guys. Until you guys see what I'm saying, then you guys will believe it and be like, all right, man, you know, I believe you now. But we just got to keep going. I just really thank you guys, man. That means a lot to me. Now it's starting to be a lot more likes. You know, you guys are starting to hit the like or dislike button now, which I love. That means you guys paying attention and you guys are listening at the end of the day. So I really thank you guys for that. I knew that I was going to go deeper into it. I just didn't know that it would come so soon. So as of right now, I believe I've been doing this podcast for about 2 months now. Like I said, I did not expect to have that many subscribers within 2 months. But on my very first podcast, I told you guys about, you know, how I was just in love with football. And to this day, I'm still in love with it. You know, my wife get mad. My wife gets mad at me sometimes, but hell shit, ever since I've been knowing her, I got her ass stuck on football now. So anytime the games come on, which I'm a Texan fan too, we're glued to TV. You know? Hell, let my wife tell it. She isn't glued, but she'll come in there for about an hour. And then, you know, something in the game piss off. And hell, she screamed at TV with me. But anyways, man, I thank you guys once again for subscribing to the YouTube channel, as I will continue to release Texas A&M content. To anybody else that's releasing Texas A&M content on YouTube, you know, just so far as letting you see them person-wise, please, guys, get with me. I would love to do some shows with you. Hopefully this thing can make it all the way to ESPN, 247 Sports with Barton and stuff like that. I hope you guys are listening. The Four-Headed Monsters right now. I love that show. That was my very first podcast that I sat up there and listened to. I loved it. And until this day, I'm a podcast junkie now. I hardly jam any music like that. Now, don't get me wrong, music is still my favorite thing. I'm in touch with the music, man. But podcasting, sports podcasts at that, that's one of my favorite things at the moment. And that ultimately is what made me start doing the podcast, especially for Texas A&M, because I didn't really see anybody doing any podcasts on them. So once again, I thank you guys. I'm not going to make the whole show a thank you note. So let's go ahead and get on into it, man. So let's go ahead and start off like this. Breaking news: Texas A&M coach Jimbo Fisher announces 6th player to opt out for the Aggies. That's only 6. We're not in the 20s, so please, guys, do not overreact and act like we're up there in the 10s and 20s range. No, we're not. There's only a 6th player. These 6 players. That is it. So players opting out of the season has become a trend for Texas A&M. I'm just reading the article, by the way. And Coach Jimbo Fisher announced another one on Monday. Why they will start that off saying players opting out is starting to be a trend, I have no clue. That's only 6 players out of the players that opted out of LSU, which was about, hell, I don't know how many. Also at other schools, it was way more than that, man. But, anyways, this someone writing an article. Make you guys pay attention. Anyway, defensive back Clifford Chapman has opted out of the season. Evidently, did so before the Vanderbilt game. My honest reaction to that, I wasn't even looking for defensive back Clifford Chapman in that game. Be honest with you, man. I was only looking for a couple of players on defense that, in my mind, were going to be playmakers, and they all showed up. We're going to keep it going, though. Fish also added the offensive lineman Luke Matthews, wide receiver Ezekiel Jones, by the way, which is another one that I had mentioned. I was wondering why I didn't see him out there, too. Or injured. Thank you for telling us that, Jimbo. Thank you for telling us that. Chattman is the 6th Aggie to opt out this season. Chattman last year, I'm just breaking down stats here. Chattman last year played in 12 games and made 3 starts at nickel cornerback. He made 14 tackles last year, including 4 and an interception against Ole Miss. Fisher said wide receiver. Now we're getting somewhere. Hold on, it's about to get interesting. This isn't about an opt-out anymore in this next statement from Jimbo Fisher, all right? Fisher said wide receiver Damon Demas and running back Devin Anuche, which is the 2 guys that we all want to see, as well as others in the SEC wanted to see. They can say they didn't want to at the end of the day, but that's a lie. That's a lie. They wanted to see them too. And also, I heard from a Longhorn fan, he was saying that, man, I'm going to tell you like this. If that guy comes out next week against Alabama and balls out, like I know he's going to ball out, then he said he will go on record and say that that's one of the best wide receivers I've ever seen from the state of Texas in this generation. So you got to understand, man, wide receiver Damon Demas, I'm not making no opinion here. This is a fact. We haven't seen him on the field, and I understand that, and I get that. Wide receiver Damon Demas is going to be a generational talent wide receiver that Texas A&M has seen since Mike Evans. Quote me on that. Please do. There's no doubt in my mind that young man will have about 7 to 10 catches a game for either 80 to 100 yards and possibly 1 touchdown each game. That is how high I am with that young man. And when he scores his first touchdown, it's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable. I can tell you right now, man, the roof is going to go off in every Texas A&M fan's household. Because it's going to be exciting to see, man. It's going to be exciting to see. I do know that Alabama was anticipating, because believe me, man, they're doing film study right now. They were looking for the same damn thing we were looking for. They were looking for Demas too. Wasn't really looking for Anuche, but they was just looking for Demas too, because what did I tell you on the last one? Alabama's weakness is the secondary, so they were looking for Demas. Okay, but where his ass at? He wasn't out there. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. So Fisher said wide receiver Damon Demas and running back Devin Anuche were just lower on the depth chart than those that played Saturday. That's why they didn't see the field. Could see them in action this weekend, he said. The Aggies will play Alabama this week, and this is the first time the Aggies will alter their travel schedule. Fisher said travel plans will change because of COVID-19. Typically, A&M traveled on Thursdays and worked with academic advisors on extra day. Now we'll travel on Friday. In reviewing the video from the Vanderbilt win, Fisher said some good things on video and a lot that we need to get a lot better at. There are issues that are very fixable. We have to get much better between the first and second game. So, as we all know here, the Alabama game is just days away. I heard something very, very interesting. And also, before I get started on that, I heard something else too. I heard a guy made a comment about the podcast that I made yesterday and said that you notice how he kept on talking and he was saying that I'm gonna get to it, I'm gonna get to the point and stuff like that. So let me get to the point now that I had with the last podcast. The point that I was making, not that I was trying to make, the point that I was making was that that playbook from last game was a Vanderbilt playbook. We just didn't score as many points as we wanted to score. But that playbook from last game was a goddamn Vanderbilt vanilla playbook. Once again, we just didn't score as many points as we like to score. In my mind, and as well as others, we have a whole nother playbook just for Alabama. Okay? Listen to me. We have a whole nother playbook just for Alabama. We have a whole nother set of athletes just for Alabama. You're going to see most of the same guys. So let me get that correct. When I say athletes, it's a whole nother set of 2 to 3 to maybe 4 players that you're just saving to have a breakout game against Alabama. Once again, let me remind you, he had the number 17 class when the first year he came in. Second year, number 4 class. Third year was his third recruiting class, number 6. Number 4 and the number 6 recruiting class, they had talent in there. With the likes of who everybody wants to see over Kellerman, Haynes King. All right, Haynes King, once again, the QB, the dynamic QB that I also had explained was another Johnny Manziel, but better. He's a better Johnny Manziel. It's not Johnny Manziel. It's a better Johnny Manziel. And I know that for sure. Now, that is a fact. I know that for sure. Everybody wants to see that. Hell, I want to see it too. All right, I want to see it too. I just don't want to see it so early. I want him to learn the playbook. I cannot say that enough. I want him to learn the playbook. Zach Zelzada is who I will go with way more than Haynes King right now. Haynes King is a playmaker. Shit, I know that. I know, we don't want to be held back. Man, why are we holding back? Understand that. But you have to understand that these kids have to learn the system. They have to learn the playbook. The guys that know the playbook, which is why we're mad at Kellerman at the moment. I'm mad at him too. He's a damn senior. So he had to start doing senior shit. I understand that. I'm frustrated with him also. But you guys don't think he's frustrated with himself? I know on the last interview, he said some bullshit. I'm just go out on record and say that. Yeah, Kellen, you said some bullshit. You were not great in that game, man. Although you had a lot of receivers that wasn't great as well. But you were not great in that game. Like I made on the last podcast comment. That grass was green as I don't know what when you threw that pass and it almost got in the zip. I do not like that. But anyways, get back to the topic. So, number 4, number 6 class. So Haynes King was in the 2020 class. Damon Demons was in the 2020 class. Devin Anuche was in the 2020 class. That's just the 2020 class. I didn't say shit about the 2019 class yet. The 2019 class had guys of Jalen Preston, who's a sophomore. 2019 class also had guys like Caleb Chattman, I believe. The 2019 class had a lot more other guys. Eric Young, stuff like that. We had a whole lot more other list of guys in that 2019 class, man. So just wait. Once again, that Vanderbilt playbook that we played against Vandy, that was a damn Vandy playbook. That shit was not the playbook that in my mind and in my right mind that Jimbo Fisher has also. That shit is not the Alabama playbook. You have to understand that what does Gus Malzahn do? And that's his rival. So I understand why he does it. But what does he do? Gus prepares for Alabama all year long. Why? Because he knows that that's an in-state rival and a deep rival at that. And it's been a rival for years. Gus Malzahn knows that. What does Nick Saban do? He prepares for the whole damn SEC West. Because that's just how it is. He has the humongous target on his back and been having a target on his back for about 12 years now. He prepares for the entire SEC because he has no choice but to do that. Okay? He has no choice but to do that. Who do we prepare for? And if we haven't been prepared for them, they better start doing this shit now. LSU, because that's our rival. It's just in Jimbo Fisher's mind as of right now, he's preparing for each and every opponent. So now, since the simple fact that Jimbo Fisher has been with Texas A&M and he's going into his third year now, he's gotten his ass blew out twice by Alabama. All right? So I'm going to tell you like this. Jimbo Fisher is a good coach. Jimbo Fisher is a smart coach. Very conservative at times, and I know that. Jimbo Fisher knows just like I knows. If your ass ain't got a playbook for Alabama now, your ass better have one now. Okay? So, in my right mind, I believe that they've been preparing all summer long. Now, did we overlook Vanderbilt? Hell yeah, we did in a little bit of ways, man. We did overlook Vanderbilt, and we just felt like, oh, but shit, we're just going to throw 30 on them. We'll be all right because we're preparing for Alabama. So, they overlooked Vandy, okay? I don't want you guys to forget that. That's why I said on a couple of podcasts back, your ass better not overlook your opponent. I said that with emphasis, and I was right about that. You better not overlook your opponent. The Aggies overlooked them. I'm going to just be clear-cut out in the open on that. The Aggies overlooked them. They overlooked them, man. And I hate that shit. I hate it. They overlooked them. All right? So, let's keep on going here. But you better have a playbook for Alabama. Now, here's some interesting stuff on my comments on YouTube that a guy posted. I say, man, I believe what you're saying, and I believe that they've been preparing all summer long for the Alabama game, especially when we found out that we were going to have Alabama week 2. So you guys got to remember, man, in the regular schedule that we did have coming into this year, Alabama wasn't supposed to be there until like week 10 or something. Week 10 or 11, one of them, we was not supposed to have Alabama this early. Understand we were not supposed to have them this early, but is that an excuse? No, it is not. We get our best shot at their asses this Saturday, which in my opinion is going to be one of the best shots. Hell, we may just be the only damn team that can go out there and beat them because it's so early. It's way early in the season. You don't think they're preparing too? Although they look like the better prepared SEC West team last week, they did. But I will refer to that defense still gave up 19 points to our defense giving up 12 points. And once again, I don't give a damn if that was against backups or not, because Alabama's backup team has 4- and 5-star recruits too, man. All right, so please understand that. Also, like I said on the last one, Nick Saban didn't show us no goddamn playbook that he had for us. You don't think he's going to come out there with different plays? next week, although he's seen that game. So the thing about it is that although our offense didn't look good, our defense looked good. So in his mind, he has a playbook set up for our defense. That isn't the same defense he's been seeing for 7 to 8 years, man. I'm sorry. He has a playbook as well. But like I say, man, I believe that Jimbo Fisher has a playbook set just for Alabama. All right? This is the Vandy playbook. It was a soft touch. It was soft, and it was a conservative playbook. This is the Alabama playbook. That's the Alabama. Why did I say it's that big? Because your ass better keep on flipping through those playbooks. If that first play didn't work, your ass better keep on flipping through plan after plan after plan. If plan A did not work, your ass better keep on flipping until you get that plan right. You got 4 quarters to get it right. Your ass better get it right now. All right? Also, set aside athletes, Demond Demons, Devin Anuche. There's no film on you guys. So what I believe that Jimbo Fisher is going to do, he's going to release him. Let him go. Also, it's a lot of people that just don't want to believe in Kellen Mond. I understand that. But at some point or another, Jimbo Fisher is going to have to release Kellen Mond. You're going to have to let him run free. You're going to have to let him run some zone reads. Because as of right now, we all know Kellen Mond can pass the ball when he's on point. But if he's just not on point, Kellen Mond is not going to make those throws, man. I'm sorry. We all know that. But at the end of the day, he's riding with him because he's a senior quarterback. There's no other senior quarterback in the SEC right now that I can think of. Kyle Trask, he's not a senior, people. He's a junior. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's still a junior. Damn good, though. He's looking like one of the best damn quarterbacks out there. I'm sorry, KJ Costello, senior. But he hasn't been in the SEC that long, although he put up like 600-something passing yards. Who wouldn't kill to have that guy at the moment? So he did that. But KJ Costello is not a dual threat. Kellen Mond is a dual threat. I don't give a shit if we throw for 150 and rush for 150 with Kellen Mond alone. If that guy throws 150 yards and rushes for 150, do you not know how mad that will make Nick Saban? Do you not know how frustrating that defense will be? Because they just can't stop him. I don't see 150 passing yards only because I mentioned Demond Demons. Demond Demons himself, in his first debut, in my mind, will have over 100 yards. Because, for one thing, the guy is still mad because they didn't let him play his last senior year. You guys have to put that into your mind. That guy is mad. Is he going to be a little bit of rusty? Yeah, maybe for a couple of plays. But when he gets going, that guy's going to put on the show, man. He's going to put on a show. So you got to remind yourself that Alabama offered him too. Hell yeah, they offered him too. That's why I said they wanted to see what he had too. But they just couldn't see it. So you don't think that defense coordinator's kind of scratching his head like, man, I don't know what play I'm going to have for him because I haven't seen him touch the field yet, coach. Which is true. Hadn't seen him touch the field yet. So I have no clue what defense I'm going to run. Which is true. It is true. So, like I say, we'll see. I know for sure that this game here will solidify a lot of things. It will comfort a lot of fans, especially if we come away with the win. Which in my mind, I believe firmly that, like I said on last part, it's something brewing, man, and it's an upset. It is an upset. Could I be right? Yes. Could I be wrong? Hell yeah. I could be dead ass wrong. But if I'm right, just remember to come back to this podcast and hit the subscribe button. Come back to it and hit the subscribe button. Because I was dead ass right. I told you. But I will say this, though. If we start off slow and reckless, give up like one turnover in the first 5 minutes, and it's all Kellen Mond's fault, man, I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you. And Kellen Mond is no ill will towards you, my man. I have no problem with Jimbo Fisher yanking his ass. And I'm going to say that again. It's nothing towards my boy. Love him. He's one of maybe the all-time Aggie favorites for just what he does, like off the field type of things, But I have no problem with Jimbo Fisher yanking your ass, man. I have no problem. I have no problem with Jimbo Fisher yanking. Hopefully Kellen Mond doesn't have a problem with it too, and he just looks at himself and be like, yeah, you know what, coach? Maybe I do need to sit down for a little bit. Because it is what it is at this point. It is what it is. But once again, I'm high on you, young man. I know you have it in you. You got some talent somewhere. That shit is hiding. You have to bring it out against Alabama, because if you don't bring out that talent against Alabama, man, I'm going to tell you like this. You will go 0-4 against Alabama, and you will be remembered as the first ever Texas A&M player, period, to go 0-4 against Alabama. All right? You will be the first one ever to go 0-4. But if you can beat Alabama, you will be forever remembered. You better ask Johnny Manziel. Can he come back to Texas A&M and get a whole damn red carpet walkthrough because of the simple fact that he beat Alabama and damn near beat him twice. All right? So if you want to go out on a high note, I'm talking to you, Kellen Mond. If you want to go out on a high note, your ass better get out there and beat Alabama, dude. You better. And I can tell you one goddamn thing. You're 0-3 against Auburn, too. So your ass better go out there and beat Auburn as well. You're 1-2 against LSU, the first ever Texas A&M quarterback to ever beat LSU. In the SEC, of course, the first one to do it. Your ass better get out there and make a statement against this Alabama game. Because if you don't, man, there's going to be a lot of guys on your ass. It is going to be a lot of guys on your ass. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to be on your ass, man. I'm just being real with you, and I'm just showing some love to you. I love you at the end of the day, but, man, if you underperform, man, like I said, once again, Jimbo Fisher, and he knows it in his mind, too. And it's a lot riding on Jimbo Fisher, man. So at the end of the day, he has to make a decision. And I kind of heard him in a press conference, and I read a couple of articles, and he was like, man, is Haynes King and Zach Zell's out already? Yes, they are. They're ready. He said, hey, man, they're ready to go at any time. What that means is that Jimbo Fisher knows himself. Kellen Mond, if you can't get this shit going, I'm going to pull your ass out this game, man. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to pull your ass out this game, man. You're just going to have to sit there. Hopefully you come back next game ready for it. But like I said, I have high hopes for you, young man. But if you get out there bullshitting, your ass gone. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hell, this is gonna be my first ever time riding with the fans that say, hey, man, get Kellen Mond's ass out of there. And I hate that. But I'm behind you 100% at the end of the day. But if you do not do what you're supposed to do, look, Jimbo Fisher's gonna do what he has to do. Ain't no doubt about it in my mind that Jimbo Fisher ain't gonna hesitate when he does it too. So, I just wanted to make that statement. Defense, though, guys, please show up. Please play like you did in the Vanderbilt game. Yes, it's going to be against elite competition now. But please play like how you did in the Vandy game. Shut it down. The guy who I'm looking at the most in this game is Jalen Waddle. The guy who I'm looking at on the other side of him, Devontae Smith, who didn't just really have that many catches like Jalen Waddle, because Jalen Waddle is just a little bit faster. Jalen Jones, hold him. Lock him down, Jalen. You want to know why I say lock him down, Jalen Jones? Because it's going to be a Texas on Texas thing. Lock him down, Jalen. Show them why Texas is the number one state when it comes to football. All right? Miami, I know y'all out there, with all the academies and stuff like that. But Jalen Jones, hold him. Once again, I told you like on a couple of more podcasts, Jalen Jones remind me of Derek Stingley. And that's huge to say, but he does. He reminds me of Derek Stingley. I'm sorry, that's just me. I'm going to go all out on that. He reminds me of Derek Stingley. I don't know about you guys, but he reminds me of Derek Stingley. All right? So, anyways, man, I'm just coming at you once again. Please be on the lookout tomorrow as I will have another episode. I will keep on going until Thursday. Just in the week. Then Saturday, I will come with another episode. Ain't going to be as long as these, though. But I will come with another episode on Saturday before the game. Just to get us all hyped. We play Alabama once again at 2:30 p.m. CBS Game of the Week. Number 13 against number 2. So, please, guys, just be ready for the matchup. Because I am. Also, man, I broke down some film yesterday, and I only got to like halftime. But as I was looking at that game, man. Horrible. That playbook there has to be tossed in the fire. Because I'm going to tell you, like, that shit didn't even much work against Vanderbilt. That shit has to be tossed in the fire, man. I don't even much think that shit would have worked against the FCS opponent. I'm being dead ass 100 with you. But that playbook there, toss it in the fire, Jimbo. If you're listening, or anybody in Jimbo's camp listening, toss that shit in the fire, Jimbo. No. I don't want to ever see that playbook. No. That is trash. Matter of fact, stamp that playbook now and say trash. That ain't gonna work. And that's one of those, Daryl Dickey. If I ever see that playbook again, I'm gonna fire your ass in the next coming weeks. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. No. But anyways, guys, I thank you for listening once again. Once again, it's the Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, J Pops. Please, guys, follow me on Facebook at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Follow me on Instagram at JPops2020. Also, guys, follow me on Twitter at JPops05. I thank you. And to my subscribers, I thank you guys, man. That is a blessing. Keep going up. We're just starting, and I'm just heating up. This is the 2020 season for the Texas A&M Aggies. Hashtag Gig. And thank you guys for tuning in to the hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Please, guys, subscribe to the YouTube page and also follow me on Twitter at JPops, on Instagram at JPops, and also on Facebook at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys once again. Hashtag Gig and Aggies.